Hello everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy X, and we're just going to go into the Cavern of the Stolen Faith here today. It's a completely optional area, but I highly advise doing it because, as I mentioned previously, I know it's a slight spoiler, but I think I should tell you anyway, we will be collecting a new Aeon and a secret Aeon at that as well. So if you don't come to this area, you won't get the next Aeon. Here we go.
Where are we?
The faith is inside. As are the fiends.
Hey, this where...
Where? What?
The summoner I guarded on my first pilgrimage died here. Yuna, let's go. The faith awaits.
Right, so it's not a massive dungeon, the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, but it does have a few treasures to collect while we venture around, and of course there will be enemy encounters, and the enemies, some of them in fact are quite challenging. So the magic pots here, you might recognise them from previous Final Fantasy games. You can't actually kill them, but you do get a reward for hitting the correct eye. If you don't hit the correct eye, you could in fact get hurt. Oh, there we go, look, what do we get? I got a phoenix down. Right then, so to be honest, against the magic pot, I advise you just run away. It's the easiest thing to do, and because you can't kill them, there's no need to try and capture them as part of the Monster Arena side quest, if you're doing that, and I hope you are. Most of these enemy encounters are going to be pretty standard, but there are some tougher challenges that we're going to have to face as well. Pollen, I'm guessing, is going to do some status effect that isn't going to be pleasant. Sleep and darkness. Lovely. Right, so these are going to be a little bit frustrating. But if they've got no other attacks, then, well, they've got fire. Absolutely nothing we can do at the moment. Right, so new tactic. Equip armour that has sleep proof and dark proof on it. Otherwise find yourself in the predicament I found myself in here. And they don't rush themselves, do they, these enemies? Well, how many times do they get to cast this bloody spell? That was a joke, really, wasn't it? Right, then let's haste Agar up. Probably get rid of Auron and bring Yuna into the battle. At least she can cure and do all the good stuff like that. Right, okay. Yep, so that is just the general counter attack, that pollen. At least it missed on Waka. We've got him. I wonder if we can silence attack it, if that would do anything to prevent the pollen attack. I'm guessing not. But we killed it anyway, so even though it was immune. Did Auron even do anything that turn? Nope, he didn't. So it looks like there's going to be some nice AP rewards while we are here as well. Right then, so let's go for the cures. And do I actually have any armours that will function in the way we suggested we need them to? We've got a Dark Ward there, maybe we could stick sleep protection on that. Silence and stone. The problem is I don't know then if stone is something that's already been protected against. What have we got here? Unless we can customise the stuff, then it's not really going to help us out all that much, is it? Can we do against sleep? Nope. Okay, we'll just leave it then and either escape battle or just suffer through it. The reason I'm coming to this crevice is because there is a... Oh, there is an item to collect, but... This is interesting. Big nasty enemy. There is a save point before we face off against our secret Aeon that we will be recruiting. So everything should be good there. Let's go for Delay Buster since quick hit won't actually help in that situation.
Farewell.
All these enemies we're capturing is a good thing because it's less to capture later on. There's that treasure chest. Megalixia, not too bad actually, they're pretty nice. Even if you don't want to use them in battle. They are used for crafting stuff on you. Good stuff. You know what I mean. Right, is there any way we can avoid their silly counters? I'm guessing the answer is going to be no. Which is somewhat infuriating, in fact. Unless we can one-shot them perhaps with Auron. So if we haste him up. Because his attack's quite powerful, that's what I'm thinking. Can he do 4k damage? Yes he can. I'm guessing that's the way we're going to have to do things around here. Yeah, we'll have to face a couple of fires. But that's better than facing 3 rounds of pollen. So, okay, Waka won't get AP for that.
No time to
But at least we captured 3 again, so we only need to capture another 4 now. Right, looks like we've got a cutscene.
What's a faith doing in a place like this?
Don't ask me.
They say it was stolen from a temple long ago.
Huh?
With no faith, summoners cannot train. Without training, they cannot call the final Aeon. Without the final Aeon, they cannot defeat sin. That is why.
'Cause then the summoner won't die.
That must be what the thief was thinking.
I kinda agree with him.
Right, okay, so a little bit of description of the place we're actually in, which I guess is always useful. Ah, some new enemy types here. A Nidhogg. Only got 2,000 hit points. But then again he's quite resistant, so that's why I reckon it is the case. Of course these things are also fairly resistant to the physical attacks. And they cast Reflect as well, which is annoying I guess if you are going to be using Lulu. Just drained all of Tidus's MP, that's just not very nice at all. The reason I'm carrying on with the physical attacks is because Lulu wouldn't capture them with magic attacks. Just bear that in mind actually. One of the enemies I am looking for is the ghost. So we haven't come across it just yet, but I will let you know when we do. What I need is a level 3 key sphere, actually. Yeah, I think we'll be escaping this one. It's a bit annoying now that Tidus has got bugger all in the way of health. Not health, MP. Right, so what I'm looking for is a ghost. I'll point that out once I've found it. I'll skip the video until then. Actually, that didn't take too long. Right then, how much health does this thing have? 9999. That's pretty interesting. Right, what I'm going to do is get rid of Waka for the time being and just bring Kimari in. And we're going to go for Lancet because we're going to learn Doom there. Look at that! We just got a full overdrive. And that's useful because we are going to need to use that Doom. Hence the reason why I took it. We're going to need to use it on the next boss. But in all fairness, other than that, now we can bring Waka back in. Doom basically causes death after the countdown. Again, a mechanic you're probably familiar with if you've played any kind of Final Fantasy game before. So this thing is quite resistant to the physical attack and does not have a persuasion towards armor break either. So yeah, some of the mobs here are a little bit on the challenging side. But still need to kill 9 more of those ghosts.
Let's go.
Right, so now we've got that on Kimari, we can carry on heading up here. North doesn't lead anywhere except to a treasure chest, so we'll go and grab that first. Hey, a magic pot. There's still some enemy types that we haven't yet encountered, which I would have liked to have shown you, but we might not get to see them, including a Tombury enemy. If you do encounter the Tombury, oh, Fortune Sphere. They are very rare, unfortunately, so if you're going to capture 10 for the monster arena, be prepared for a few hours grinding. Unfortunately, that is just the way it's going to be. But the best way to kill them once you do find them is to let them move 4 times before you start attacking them, because that will stop their grudge attack from being from countering or the attacks you make. Right, let's... oh, we haven't got haste to go, have we? In fact, we can't do anything with Tidus now except attack.
Take that!
Yeah, to be honest, if I hadn't done that little bit of extra grinding I did in between the last couple of episodes, then I don't even know if I'd really have the power to get through the enemies here. They are a little bit challenging. We got the item from up there, didn't we? Yeah, of course we did. It was a Fortune Sphere. We've got a good old Elbed Primer to collect in a moment as well. We're getting very close to completing the Elbed language. Right, so there's a treasure chest there. Yep, I haven't missed it. Wow, enemy encounters are spamming us all over. And some new enemy types here as well by the looks of things. I'm just going to momentarily bring Rico in because it's possible we can kill this thing with a steel. See? And now we'll bring Tidus back.
Enough.
Goodbye, Epage. Right, until... sorry we're so really interrupted. There's the Elbed Primer, number 25. And, of course, grab the treasure chest here for 2 Mega Potions. And whatever you do, make sure you use the save sphere before you go any further. And make sure you have Kimari with the Doom overdrive, or having learned Doom and with his overdrive fulfilled. Right, same jazz as before, I think. We'll collect our Alped potions. Why would you hurt poor Riku?
Take that!
We're getting some big numbers now, which are lovely to see. May as well heal up again. There are some more items to loot, but not just yet, because we have our boss encounter.
Another Guado fiend! No, an unsent.
It is. It's you, is it not, Lady Ginham? Forgive me. I was too young. There is no human left in you now, is there? Very well then. Allow me to perform my last duty to you. My last as your guardian.
Right, here we go. Meet the latest and greatest Aeon. This is Yojimbo. And first thing we're going to want to do, because this guy is fairly challenging, is cast Doom on him. We'll then get the count of 5, and we just need to survive 5 of its attacks, which might not be particularly easy, so we'll see how we get on here. What do I want Waka to do? We don't particularly want to attack him, so I'm not sure what he's got in the way of counter attacks, etc, etc. So we'll just use our enemies in other ways other than that. Nothing to steal. Okay, at least we've used Riku there. Obviously we've used Kimari as well. So Sentinel seems like a nice thing to use. Right, what's next? Did we use Waka? Yeah, we did. We used Cast Aim, didn't we? So we just got Tidus and Yuna to bring in before the counter is completely revoked. That Sentinel ability that Auron's got, I like it actually. I don't know how much damage the dog would be doing if we didn't have it, but I'm glad that we have got it. Right, we'll certainly be keeping Auron. Let's just start bringing our party back to a somewhat useful group of people. And I'm guessing now we'll just, like, skip everybody's turn. Just press triangle. And again. So I know this is cheesing it a bit, but it does the job, look. But that's not the end of the encounter, not by any stretch of the imagination. One thing I probably should have told you actually before we came in is make sure you've got about 300,000 gil, because you're going to need it now.
Strange. I thought it would be sadder somehow. Maybe I've gotten used to farewells.
You're stronger now.
Waka, I hope you're right. Yuna, the faith is inside. Go do what you came to do.
Oh well, there was no AP for that battle anyhow, so you don't need to even bring your other characters into it. Right then, so... I'm trying to think. We need to go to the Chamber of the Faith. I don't want to use that just yet though. What I recommend is you save your game, because we're going to be offering him money for his services now. And if he rejects our offers, then reloading a save game is in fact the only alternative, other than actually paying him a substantial amount of money, which we don't want to do. So take care of these enemies. Neil Hogg captured, always good to see. Oh, I didn't know they cast Drain. That's really quite irritating, actually. Mind you, these are the ones that cast Osmos or something, was it, that drained all of Tidus's MP? But I think we're going to have to haste up if they start draining. Nope, we're okay. Yeah, I don't like enemies that are strong against physical attacks, because they're my favourite kind of attacks in this game, since they just cast so much quicker than magic.
No time to waste. Let's go.
Right, okay, we'll save up here. And then we'll go and purchase an Aeon. I might just escape any enemy encounters at this point, unless we get a Tombury, which we don't, and I'll certainly be escaping this one. By the way, at the end of this episode I might just show you something else as well. That's it.
I am the Blade of Vengeance. They dare only whisper my name. Yojimbo. Summoner, I ask you, what do you want of me?
Right then, what you need to do, because we're actually haggling with him now, even though the game doesn't tell us that, is you want to choose the option that says to defeat the most powerful of enemies.
If you desire my strength, you must pay my price. Make your offer.
Right, so 250,000 gil is the lowest asking price he's going to start off with. But we're not going to offer him that just yet. Instead we're going to offer him 120,000 5,000 and a single gil. Except that is only 12,500. I'm getting confused now. 125,001 gil. There we go.
Do we have a deal?
Right, okay, so he's going to offer us 225,000. Still a little bit too much as far as I'm concerned. If this all fails, then that's why I asked you to save your game. You'll need to reload. We're going to put that up to 150,000 and 2 gil. This is the best way to get the lowest price, you see, before he'll accept.
Do we have a deal?
He'll lower again to 210,000, and we can actually push it one more now and offer him 175,003 gil.
Do we have a deal?
203,000 gil is gonna be his best price. You could push him down a little bit less than that, but chances are you're gonna be reloading because he's gonna all of a sudden shoot his price right back up again. So we're gonna go to 200, exactly as it says. Sorry, 203,000 gil. No, that's it, yeah. Pressed the wrong button then.
Adequate. You are my client henceforth. My sword shall guard you on your journey, Summoner.
By the way, if you wanted, I obviously couldn't afford it, so didn't. If you pay Yojimbo 3 times the amount he asks you for, so if we'd paid 609,000 instead of 203,000, you also would get 2 teleport spheres as well. So just bear that in mind, but I didn't want to pay that amount of money. I was happy to do what we did. But Yojimbo now joins our party, and he's a little bit of a different Aeon. He is a secret Aeon. We get an achievement for that as well. Before we do anything else, there's a couple more treasure chests for us to pick up, so we'll go and do that now. We get a flexible arm. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Sounds like a weapon of some kind, doesn't it? Let's just see. I'll only be brief, because I know you've all probably got better things to do than sit here watching me prad about through lists. I'm guessing it's equipment, actually. Oh, we need to sort that. That's better. What? Right, okay, it's better. What was it called? It was called Flexible Arm. Was it anything to do with Auron? Nope. Don't think it would be anything to do with Kimari, would it? Nope. So next we've got Waka, Lulu, Riku. Ah! There we go. Oh, nice. It's an empty 4-slot weapon for Riku, so that will come in somewhat handy, I should think. But I'm not going to use it just yet, or add anything onto it, because I'll wait until we can do triple overdrive and whatnot. And finally we're going to head over to the right here, because there's 2 more treasure chests for our collecting pleasure. And for our trouble, we will receive 2 X potions and an MP sphere. And I believe that we have looted everything, collected everything. The only other thing left to mention now, we'll just go back to the entrance here, is when you leave and come back in, there's going to be a nice surprise waiting for you. And what I'm going to do is save my game and show you that surprise. Here we go, look. Once you next go back to the save point, you get a little bit of a cutscene. And I don't recommend you do this unless you've saved your game. Because this is a dark Aeon. This isn't Yojimbo who we have just recruited, this is the dark version of him. And Yojimbo is a super boss. And what that means is you won't be killing him. Not right now. Look at that, 99,999 points of damage. We haven't even had chance to even do anything, and we're dead. So yeah, that guy's going to be fun to try and defeat later on. But I thought I had to show you that since we had the opportunity to witness it. An absolute massacre. But all in good fun, of course. So don't worry, we will be getting our revenge on Dark Yojimbo later on in the playthrough. But that's it for today, so please do let me know what you guys thought of this episode. And please do subscribe to the channel, and I hopefully will see you all next time if you come back and join me for more Final Fantasy X. Bye for now guys, take care.